You're muted right now.
Hey.
Thank you. Welcome. We just cast your game. It was fairly impressive. But if you have just joined us, guys, this is Team Fortress TV's coverage of the ETF2L Season 16 powered by Blackout Gaming Premiership Week 4 fixture between the Last Resort and Evocate Gaming. The maps are over, but we're here for the interviews. We got Heis, the TLR demo man. I am Admirable. With me is Ryushi, and we got Jon on the camera, but he doesn't even have to do anything anymore, man. There's no camera work to be done in an interview. Silence from Jon, that's right. Ryushi, open the questions.
I wasn't concentrating. I was drinking.
Ask Heis something.
Heis. That was a good game. Metalworks obviously really close there. I'm assuming comms must have been pretty crazy defending that last point because that was so close. Only, I think if the Frenchies had had 5 more seconds, I think they maybe would have got that. What was going on in your mind when you were defending that?
I just thought, let's just get buffs, and we had the mentality we weren't going to lose that last. we were confident we could hold on, and we did. I don't think they would have got it with 5 seconds because that T-Mac was on 7 HP when I hit him with a pipe up in the air. Maybe Greg would have died, but I think that would have just been the same result really, unless they'd have took it maybe a little bit more slower and focused players. I was kind of lucky that they didn't come for me so early on in that last push because I was hiding in the left side where you can roll out from, hoping that I could come onto the point as late as possible, and I guess it paid off.
Yeah, I mean, also looking at that, I brought it up earlier, but I'm really disappointed for Tech. Tech got bounced up onto that little window thing, and he jumped back down again into your pipe.
Yeah, there was some fortune, I guess you could say, to that last part.
If he hadn't jumped down, I think he would have stayed up there and killed you as you were walking on, focusing on the scouts. So that's really unfortunate from him. And of course, T-Mac, I think when I say 5 seconds left, I think if they'd waited another 5 seconds and they'd had that extra 5 seconds, I think T-Mac would have been with them and they would have been able to push as 6 rather than as 5.
I remember T-Mac jumped in from left now. So yeah, I suppose given that point of view, then yeah, it could have been a totally different game altogether. But I think we should have maybe been a little bit clearer than we was. And Flippy, there was some kind of fortunate moments I felt for them where I came out of forward spawn and Flippy body shotted me and I died straight away to a spam rocket when I could have pretty much destroyed them on the right side when they flanked up and we got the forward spawns. A few moments in the game where I think that a little bit unfortunate, and they may feel the same in other situations.
I'm sure they will. How do you feel about Metalworks as a whole? I mean, it's obviously new this season. You guys are back after a 2-season break, 3-season break. So theoretically, you will have the same experience on this map compared to everyone else, even though you've been out of the current meta for a couple of seasons. But how do you like Metalworks?
I like Metalworks as a map. I think the middles are okay. It reminds me a little bit of Gully, but with a bit more tighter, so there's less room to move around than there is in Gully in some respects. But enjoying Metalworks, but it's literally maybe the 3rd time we've played it. You'd have to look back at logs, and obviously we've had 2 roster changes, which hasn't really favoured us very much. Because yesterday I was playing Pocket Soldier and Sparry on demo. We had to reshuffle quite a bit really with our roster. So, and when we play 3 nights a week, it's been quite tricky to get enough practice in really. But this week we had to play an extra night because we knew that we're in trouble with obviously Donut and Haunter leaving so close to this fixture.
Onto that roster issue. I mean, it's been reported that Haunter left because you criticised his damage output as a pocket, and I think someone brought it up in stream chat earlier that it was something like the average was 298 damage per minute as a pocket over, I think it was 12 games or something, and that's generally pretty low. So that's been reported. Donut apparently also having real life issues, which don't want to go into. What is your final roster? Have you decided on something? Is Traxlandic coming back, or was he just subbing for this match?
No. Trax isn't coming back or anything like that. He was just helping us tonight, and we felt like we played with Sparry yesterday, but he's been inactive for a while, and I think we felt a little bit confident because of the fact Greg played with us 3 seasons ago. Sorry, Trax, and I know that I guess I could rely on him to follow things and to give me space. And that's no disrespect to Sparry, because he's a really good player. He just hasn't had the time to get rid of the rust. But yeah, pretty much what you said was accurate. It was no disrespect to Haunter whatsoever. Like we did discuss the possibility of him playing Scout with Tyler before obviously Rake joining. And obviously he kind of probably felt a little bit hard done by my criticism. Damage output, but the logs were there to be seen, I suppose, and we knew if we want to compete for like the playoff spots that we had to sort of do something quickly, but it kind of did backfire on us, and we've been a little bit desperate to find the right lineup in time.
Okay, fair enough. I've just noticed Flippy's just joined chat a couple of minutes ago, so I'm gonna move some questions over to him while Admirable leaves me to flounder. You're supposed to be the better caster here. I'm not very good at this. Still new, but Flippy, Metalwork's obviously really close there. You got some beautiful headshots out, dropping Evil Moon, as I think that was the only drop over the entire 2 maps. Was the map good for you as a team?
As a team, no, I can say it was really great actually. We had many mistakes, really low division mistakes. Sorry. Yeah, don't really know what to say actually, because it's really complicated to get back in the business with like an almost brand new team, because we don't have the same main core, we don't have the same pockets. We kinda like left 6v6 from a long time ago, so it's really difficult to come back and like gather up and try to focus on everything. So yeah, pretty bad actually.
Yeah, you didn't seem to quite have the teamwork that TLR were pulling, but I mean, do you think with maybe a couple of weeks just shaking off that rust, really getting back into that scrim schedule and working out, I mean, T-Mac obviously famous for roaming for the past 2 seasons for Crack Clan / Infused, but he was doing really well on Pocket from what I saw, and I think does he call, or is it?
Sometimes we can say that it's the main problem.
Okay.
Like A3 is complaining sometimes about him just going straight on and not taking care of him. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna try to do something else. Maybe switching, like not going back, but trying to go on Pocket, and Team going back to aggro, and we're gonna see what can be like a difference, or maybe not.
Well, of course, you have just picked up Captain Hacks back on the roster. He's not wanting the main at all there.
I didn't even know actually.
Okay, that's great. Great question.
GLP. He's back.
Yeah.
He's on the roster.
Well, I guess he's like murking for sometimes, but I don't really see him coming back playing full times, because like he said, he almost left the game. So I guess he joined the roster just for imping us if we need a merc sometimes. But yeah, we can't really expect him to be really here for us or something like that. So yeah.
Okay,
like I said, I wasn't aware of him coming back on our roster, so.
Flippy, nothing's really
on.
changed. Like whenever you guys last played, you were just solid low prem, as Slick once said, and now you're back. You're solid low prem again.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was actually thinking. But yeah. What can I say?
You're still running the engineer, the sentries.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of sentry play there. I was enjoying it. The sniper, you've still got it, but your scout partner Pla, he didn't perform that well.
Well, the main reason for this season for us is to having fun, and so far Pla is playing too much. If you listen to him, because we plan to play just a little together, just like, for example, we just trained a bit Cashworks or Metalworks. I don't even know the name of the map. We just played it something like 2 or 3 times. So it was just trying to have fun together, and I don't think it's a really good thing to play a lot, because like I said, play is a bit broad of the game. I don't know for the others. Personally, I still have the motivation to still playing at a high level and stuff, but I don't know. We don't have special focuses or goal for this season, so yeah, I'm not really disappointed of us losing because I wasn't expecting to lose to win as well. But yeah, I don't know.
What are your goals for the season then? Where would you like to finish? Do you think you can make playoffs, or are you just in it to have a good time, as you said?
To be honest, I don't even know who are the teams in Prem. I just heard of Willy Wonka's and TCM and maybe TLR because we just played them, but I don't even know the rest of them. So yeah, I'm just playing and having a good time.
Ryushi?
Is he still here? He's muted at the moment.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Oh, okay. Process. Obviously, you just won Metal. Process. Did you come in really confident into that map?
Sorry, say
it
again?
seems to be that you were winning.
On Process, were we more confident, did you say? Sorry.
Yeah. You're having some really good middles out of that, and it seemed to be going pretty well.
Not really. I mean, but I think we're kind of very similar to how like Flippy described it. We're playing kind of casually, but obviously we still want to do as well as we possibly can. But we're kind of here to have fun, but obviously win at the same time. I think we've kind of had I think for them it's difficult because they've come in late and they haven't had the preparation. A little bit like with our changes, and I guess that's affected both teams, and we both haven't had time to look at the maps. But I would definitely say Process we were more comfortable on because obviously most of the players have played it a lot more than Metalworks, so I guess that's to be expected. But I wouldn't say that we were confident, but we were probably riding some momentum from the last map win.
We have been joined now by Bob and Mumble. That's T-Mac. And we got K3 as well. T-Mac, I got a question for you. Flippy just sort of threw you under the bus there. He said that your calls have sucked. You're not as good a pocket caller as Captain Hacks.
Yeah, he's right, because
I didn't say that, by the way.
That's exactly what he said.
I'm a shit English talker, but I'm shit French talker too, so I can't really lead people and tell them what to do. It's really hard for me. Some
Even
people
in
can
French?
do it, but yeah, even in French. Because it's just sounds hard for some people. And I'm just concentrating on my game and focusing on what the team should do is harder for me.
So what are you going to do about this problem? How are you going to address this?
If firstly we're gonna switch with Tech, he's gonna play Pocket and me Roamer. And if it doesn't change really much, and we're gonna get back on this roster. But we'll see. Maybe Tech will be better for calls, but that's not true. Maybe not my calls, but my choices.
You're too aggressive. You still think you're playing Roamer.
Yeah.
You jump in and you leave K3 today.
My point exactly. Thank you.
K3, what do you think?
Good evening.
Good evening.
About the same what was just said. T-Mac has still got a lot of roaming fundamentals, I think. It's hard to build a Pocket Soldier in a couple of weeks, you know?
Yeah.
So, because it's kinda an emergency at the moment, because the season is already started, we're gonna try with Tech as a Pocket really soon. He's already played Pocket with me. Sometimes he wasn't really good at the time, but it's been quite a while. And since then we have played a lot in Highlander together. We kinda know how to click with each other. So we'll see.
Okay, and another question, just for the entire French team. In the build-up to the game, we were talking about Exxon and the rage factor. Is he still an angry young Frenchman? Did he rage today?
Not that much.
Nah, he doesn't really rage.
More like an attitude, actually.
He might rage about his plays, his own plays, but that's it. He's not. He wasn't at all annoying to play with today or the last weeks or months they will playing together.
What are the comms like on the French mumble? I mean, I played with T-Mike a little bit in Infuse.
Push,
and
omelette de fromage, baguette.
he was a man of few words in English, but in French, is he leading the team at all?
It's
Exactly.
basically
trying
Exxon
to-
shouting, T-Max trying to make calls, text, saying that he's jumping sometimes. Me saying,
I'm
guys,
sniping.
just cheer up, just
Headshot.
stay focused, stay motivated. Pla staying kind of shot, I can say. And K3 just, making his comms.
Scout enemy.
So, yeah,
T-Mac, where are you?
basically.
Well, I wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the season. We'll just talk to Heist again quickly before we put an end to this. I mean, Heist, you've had a few impressive results so far. I mean, well, one, and then you took a map off of Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Now you've come and hit out with 2 maps here against Evocate Gaming. How are you feeling about the Last Resort season? What are you aiming for here?
Aiming to win.
First,
Simple as that.
second? Will you be happy with
First.
second?
What's up first?
Have you played Epsilon? How's it going in practice?
We got pretty hammered by Epsilon when we played them yesterday, but I had to play Pockets already yesterday, so that probably was a big factor. We lost
You know,
like
like,
3-7 on the other.
What I'm really wanting here is, like, at the start of every season, some team always gets hyped up to be the team to beat Epsilon. Willy Wonka looked a bit flaky. People probably still think they're the only team that can challenge, but then Epsilon come along in the main season anyway and beat all these challengers 5-0, 5-0. Can I expect you to lose to Epsilon 5-0?
Nah, no, you can't. Luckily, we got them last game of the season, so maybe we can get ourselves together in time for that match. But we're not going to go in with a beaten mentality like most of the teams in Europe do.
Oh, big words. Ryushi, you got any final thoughts here before we wrap things up?
Just the thought that I was playing in Div 4, and to hear 2 Prem teams say that they're taking it a little bit casually just sort of kills me inside.
I mean, we're not serious. Just that we can't commit to sort of 4 or 5 nights a week like some of the other teams can. Like you see teams like 425 coming through and they're like analysing STVs and stuff, and that's great. But some of us, we just don't have the time to commit to that. But we're still obviously going for the best finish we can.
And we all did it at some point.
Yeah, true. I completely understand. But it just seems a little bit sort of like you work to that point and then you just sort of stop. But I mean, I'm sure it's not like that. I wouldn't know. I haven't played in Prem. I'm the only person in this mumble who hasn't played in Prem, in fact.
It's not a motivation issue. It's a time in real life issue. It's just having the commitments that stop you from doing it. I think before, when I was a student, I could spend more time going through that sort of stuff. But now it's not so easy.
Yeah, of course.
You guys need to step your game up. You've been called out by Ryushi. I
Yep.
want to see.
Maybe if you tried harder, you could be Epsilon. Just saying.
I want to see a demo review on my desk Monday morning from both of you guys. Thank you. And if you have just joined us, you missed it all. This was Team Fortress TV's coverage of ETF2L Season 16, powered by Blackout Gaming. Premiership Week 4. Shout out to Russian Blackout Gaming Guyevich for sponsoring this damn thing. This was Team Fortress TV with Admirable, Ryushi, and Jon on the camera. You just saw the Last Resort take it 2 maps against those damn frogs. Thank you, and good night.